Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Critic Alex, and good news, they have now confirmed that Gowther, the Sin of Lust, will be added to the coin shop in 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Now, this was something that was speculated on, but pretty much already assumed to be the case because of the way that they had treated this, not only in JP, but also with the way they treated Green Bond and Green Merlin and putting them into the coin shop 2 weeks after their banner disappeared. Now, you probably don't need any more reason to get Gowther if you haven't already gotten Gowther, and hopefully you've saved up your 7 platinum coins, because then, you know, you'll get him in a couple of days when he goes to the coin shop on Tuesday with the new, hopefully with the Escanor, Sexcanor update. But yeah, he'll be here. He'll be here. Make sure it's the red one. But if you needed just any more reason, any other further justification, I don't want to get these invitations, guys. I'm going to take you into some boss battle. And unlike other boss battles that I've shown you, I want to show you all of my failures, but I'm going to show you how much easier, how fewer failures I have with Gowther. Now, I don't have this previous footage that I'm referring to recorded, but prior to getting Gowther, after Gowther had been released, after I failed miserably on the banner and I just played my regular Knighthood boss battles, it took me over 90 minutes of playing over and over and over again to get a half-decent score. A half-decent score is anything above 600 for normal and 600 for hard. You can actually get like 800 here and 400 here, as long as you get a combined score of at least 1,200. You're aiming for that because it will give you all of the score points, and the points will give you rewards, and those are the juicy rewards you want. You want the 50 anvils, you want the 5-star awakening stone, the pendants, etc. Of course, it helps your knighthood, and it's important to, you know, do this and learn how to do this and use Gowther's power to its fullest, because you're going to want to be in a good knighthood. And I find more and more that people are asking to be in knighthoods, but they haven't really paid attention to the knighthood boss. This is going to be the primary way in which people gauge your viability for a knighthood. If you're a huge whale and you've got, like, you know, over 1 million total account CC, you might get it. You might get some invitations to alliances just based on how big and blubbery you are. But for regular average Joe players, you're gonna have to bust your ass here. So that's that 7 coin investment, that 7 platinum coin investment in Gowther. Even if you're not a big PvP guy and you don't see as much of the value in death matches, trust me, the value here is tremendous. So we are going to be, actually, we're not going to be eating food in normal mode. I'm not going for the highest score possible. This is the team. I'm just going for a score that's going to get me those rewards. And so I want to show you guys, I want to give you a real simulation of, a real simulation, sounds like an oxymoron. But anyways, I want to give you a real showing of how long this takes. It is annoying, you know, plan to have at least half an hour to an hour's worth of time to do this once a week. You got to do this every week, but you will not only get your own personal rewards, like I said, 50 anvils await you every week, but if you can find a knighthood, if you get a good enough score and you can find a knighthood that can do this as a team, then you're looking at an additional 600 coins per week, which is an additional 2 SSR pendants or 2 6-star chalices, and an additional pendant for being in the top 1% or top 0%. So I'm not going to talk too much about the strategy here. We're dumping cards that we don't need. Of course, we hang on to the invasion arrow. And then we are you know what? Sorry, let me reset this. We do want to attack with Jericho just to get the crit rate up on some of her attacks. But otherwise, we are just dumping and hopefully pumping up. And the really nice thing about Gowther, if you didn't know, for Gustav in particular, is the difference between a level 2 freeze and a level 3 freeze is massive, right? It's 80% increased damage for level 2 freeze. And it is, okay, we got the invasion arrow. It's 80% for level 2, but it's 200% for level 3. So buffing Helbram is not as, okay, that hurts. Buffing Helbram is not as important because Helbram, you know, the difference between a level 1 buff and a level 2 buff is 10%, sorry, 5%. And then it's only at level 3 that Helbram really has a better buff. It goes to 30%, I believe. So yeah, if you can get a level 2 to level 3, sure. The chances of you getting 2 level 2 invasion arrows in the short time of this fight is just not happening. So I'm actually not going to combine these because I may just double hit Gustav and transform his level 1 into level 3. I have to see what I get. But the nice thing with Gowther is he gives you more flexibility. Now, you know what? We're gonna go for a quick run here. We're just going to move her card and attack. We're going to guarantee her ult next turn. And then we're going to dump a couple of cards. And hopefully, I don't actually know what I'm hoping for. We have to move the invasion arrow. Oh, no, we don't have to move the invasion arrow. We have to play 2 invasion arrows. You know what? I should have buffed with Helbram, actually. Okay, I made a mistake here. Because we can't double invasion, freeze, buff, and attack. So I did make a little bit of a misplay. That last attack with Helbram should not have happened. But I'll show you anyways. Maybe we can still get 600 even without Helbram's buff. We'll have to see here. So we're going to Gustav, freeze, and attack. So Helbram literally did nothing on this team. But maybe with my juiced out Jericho, this will be enough. And it's a fast kill. This is a turn 3 kill. So let's see. We get almost 1 million. So I got this on the very first try. Right? If you look at those cards and you take away the invasion arrow, see what I mean? It's not the best score in the world. You're not gonna be. I'm not here to impress people. I'm just here to get in and get out. We're looking for efficiency. We're looking for the fastest possible run. If you had taken out those Gowther cards and put in any other cards, that would have been a failed run. 100% failed run, because we got 0 freezes. The only freeze from Gustav I got was the one that started in my hand. So you can see the crazy value of Gowther, just turning literally a dead run into a run that will pretty much guarantee me not only this one coming up next, but also the anvils, as long as I can get at least whatever 500. I don't even need 500. I need 465. That's so easy to get on the hard boss. Let's take a look here. A giant in the team, not going to do that. Clear after dealing 100,000 damage with a single attack. We're going to get that with Jerry's ult at the end. Clear after attacking with a hero with an attribute disadvantage 3 times. We're going to get that with Jerry at the end as well. But we do need to alter this team a little bit because of the squishiness of both of these characters. So I believe we have an altered version here with Merlin, but we're going to sub out you for our beautiful doll Gowther. So yeah, Gowther's value is just insane. It's actually bonkers. You know what? We'll keep that. We'll keep the association. Doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, Gowther's value is just insane. But I also wanted to do this. This is sort of like a mini guide at the same time for a Knighthood boss, especially if you have Gowther. You should be able to put up, if you have Gowther and Jericho, even with a poorly built Gustav, you should be able to, and we are going to be eating crit food. You should be able to put up 1,200 or more every week. So I want to get you guys those anvils. I've made a dedicated guide to the Knighthood boss, but that was before I had Gowther, so it was a nightmare. I was running Gilthunder, Gustav, Helbram, and Jericho, and you get more buffs that way. And the 40%, the 30, 40, or 60% buff from Gilthunder is nice, but it's literally just a coin flip. You're just retrying the fight over and over and over again. Most fights I wouldn't retry past the second stage, because you can sort of tell by the second stage, like, we're not doing enough damage. We don't have enough cards that we need, right? There just wasn't enough going on there. And on the flip side, you're also wasting food, right? Especially for the hard boss, you do usually eat food, whether it's crit damage or crit chance food. Every time you fail without Gowther, you're wasting that food. So you can definitely play without food, but then especially for hard boss, it makes it a little bit more challenging. We get the combine there. We have the thing again. We still didn't get any freezes, but that's okay. This is looking like a really nice run so far because we guaranteed Jerry's ult. We 100% guaranteed Jerry's ult. So we're going to double tap with Jerry. That's 20% more crit chance. We didn't do a lot of damage to the boss. That's the only thing I'm sort of worried about here. We need to do a bit more damage because you need to get rid of all of these buffs. I wish you could see the buffs by just clicking on them instead of having to hold down on the boss. It's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah. I think we're going to have to skip an extra turn. Jerry's ult is... Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe we don't have to skip an extra turn. Wow, we're getting really lucky with the Jerry cards. Oh, we're still going to have to skip an extra turn because we need to attack with... Okay, calm down. We're going to need to attack with Jerry. Oh, he got his ult? That's not good. Well, we can't stop his ult, but yeah, he still got the regen and the HP. So the HP... Actually, that doesn't really matter for the crit. We could crit now. I don't know if we're going to do enough damage, though, but I really want to do these attacks. Do we do this? I think we do this. Okay, so we're going to do 2 level 1s. What's the difference between a level 1 and a level 2? 110, 165. No, I'd rather do 2 110s. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And we're going to do that. Okay, hopefully Gustav survives. That's really the issue here. If Gustav doesn't survive, damage was not that good. If we had gotten a Merlin alt removal, that would have been better. Hopefully he targets, or maybe it's the alt that, oh, it might be the wave alt. So you know what, never mind, Gustav's dead anyways. Okay, yep, see? So sometimes the RNG screws you over, regardless of whether you have Gowther or not. But on the flip side, having Gowther meant that if Gustav didn't die, I would have nuked him this turn. So it's a bit of a disappointment here, but let's try this one again. So here we go, we're back. Gowther is no guarantee, but it's better than nothing. So you know what, we're actually going to hold Merlin's alt removal to sort of protect against that situation that just happened to us. That was probably a misplay on my part. I sort of did it for the damage, and I did it for the achievement, but, I mean, we were going to get the achievement anyway, so it didn't really matter too much. We actually get it with Gustav regardless. So, yeah, I think it was just a misplay on my part. We get a few more of the Flash cards. I think this time I'm going to go for the level 2 Flash, because the level 1 was not that impressive to me. But we're going to get Jerry's alt anyway, so we're getting really lucky on Jerry's alt. We get to combine. And we actually get to flush more cards this way. We need another invasion arrow. We're actually missing a few pieces right now. 38. So yeah, you know what? It is better to do 2 1s. It's also better to do 2 1s because you get more crit. We get another freeze. So we see, and this is the really nice flexible thing about about Gowther, is if I get 1 invasion but I get a level 2, it's the same thing as getting 2 invasions and getting a level and getting a level 1. So we're going to be able to do this, and then do this, and then do this. And this is a really fast kill. Not sure if it's going to kill him this time around. He's much tankier, but let's find out. We did almost 1,000,000 on the crit last time. Let's see. Wow, 860,000. So a total of 3 tries. I ate food twice. We did eat the crit food, the crit rate food. And there we go. Easy peasy. You get in and you get out. I know a lot of players struggle with Knighthood boss and they spend, you know, 10, 15, 20 tries doing it. Don't. Definitely guaranteed, like, get your Gowther and get in and get out and get these points, you know, contribute to your Knighthood. You get on the leaderboard if you want, but definitely get these rewards for yourself and, you know, put these scores to good use for everybody else, and then just spend your time doing other things. There's so many other things to do in this game, and I honestly don't think the Knighthood boss is really that fun because of the over-reliance on the mechanics that we just displayed with the freezing and the one-shotting. If they introduced different mechanics to Knighthood boss, or if they rotated the restrictions and they made it a little bit more, you know, exclusive, so you have to use these characters, you have to use only humans or only this type, whatever. If they sort of moved away from just Gustav freeze buff and nuke damage, then it would be more interesting. But as it is now, it's still a good place to get some key resources and to ensure that you're taken seriously and you're in a good Knighthood that contributes and talks and has a good time, rather than just some dead Knighthood where people are just not really playing and you're like, what am I doing? And that sort of saps the fun of the game for yourself too. So hopefully this has been helpful. I've given you the 100,000th reason why you should have Gowther on your team. It's almost time. I'm sorry. I don't mean to rub it in if you don't have Gowther, but you will have him in just a few short days, so hang on. And then you'll be smashing out these Knighthood scores and hopefully getting over 1,200 every single week on the very first try, or the very second try. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.